Okay, everybody. Whew. How are you? Grand Rising, good afternoon and good evening. Whatever time you click on this video is the right time for you, and I thank you in advance for your viewership and support. Today we're going to tap into the energy around Justin Bieber and his wife Haley and their baby announcement and how this is going to affect him in the near future. So, it's been a rocky year, to say the least, for Hollywood, and we're only in May. Super Bowl came, and there was a request for Justin Bieber to be a part of Super Bowl Las Vegas, and he declined. It is alleged that he no longer affiliates with certain people in Hollywood, and it's a very interesting time for him to separate himself due to a lot of the allegations that are floating around with the FOs and inappropriate things happening with minors. That's the best way I can put that together for all purposes for YouTube. So now that we see some happy news for him and his wife that they will be expecting a baby soon, I wanted to tap into the energy around that to see what is to come for Justin now that this news is out. If one of you could be so kind as to timestamp this for me for the 2-minute mark, I greatly appreciate it. And let's go. Let's get started. Angels, ancestors, and spirit guides of the highest heavenly order, tap me into the energy around Justin. Keep all maleficent spirits out of this reading. I thank you in advance. Put a heavy hedge of protection around me and whoever is watching this. Alrighty. Show me how the new baby is going to affect Justin's life, how this is going to bring change for him. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords, which is a good card as the first card leading out. Okay, so we got the Six of Swords here, which means he's leaving behind toxic, negative energy, going into more peaceful, calmer times, which is going to be good for his marriage and the stability of his life and his family. Four of Wands coming out second. The Hierophant at the bottom of the deck. So he may be legally asked to participate or speak. Also, this is God smiling down on him, giving him, I feel like this is like giving him a second chance at happiness. So this is all starting off good. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles. He's elated. This is a great time for him. 10 of Pentacles, not necessarily relating to financial happiness, but it's like this baby completes everything that he could have ever dreamed of. So this is a wonderful start. This is a great new direction for Justin, because he's been really going through some things, and this feels like a really, happy place in his life right now. Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. So he just wants to move on with his wife and move forward, because the Queen of Pentacles represents a wife or a wife-like figure, a mother. Judgment, and that's interesting at the bottom of the deck, because Judgment is also like a card of finality, and it represents people paying for their actions. Now, remember I talked about the Hierophant that was at the bottom of the deck. So if he decides to speak, don't be surprised, because this is a way of him purging the energies from his past and setting himself free. Okay, so you've got the Five of Cups and, Said that backwards. You've got the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Cups here. So that's a card of not just poverty, because it does represent poverty, but this is like feeling left out, secluded, lost, feeling like an outsider, not just from happiness, but from a lot of these celebratory situations. So he may have become a pariah among the people who, you know, he used to celebrate with, the people he used to party with, due to him having a shift in his values. Yeah. And so you've got Judgment here. So like I said, he's moving on from all of this toxic, negative, chaotic energy into calmer, you know, situations. Bottom of the deck, a lot of heartbreak and regret, a lot of just heavy emotions that were at some point affecting him, affecting his marriage, affecting how he conducted business, how he was able to move on with his life in a lot of, you know, different areas. So now that we've got Judgment over here, he's tired of, you know, feeling judged for the things that he's gone through, feeling like he's under the radar due to things that he may have kept close to his chest that were possibly eating away at his existence. He's ready to focus on his family, his commitment. The Ten of Pentacles is, you know, him finally realizing that he's blessed. He has more than he could have ever wished for or prayed for or hoped for. And it's giving him, I'm hearing, it's giving him a reason to live. It's giving him the will to live, a reason to fight, to do more than just survive. King of Pentacles, which would be the husband over here to the Queen of Pentacles. So now he's really stepping into the role of being a husband, not just being wealthy, but it's giving him a sense of self, a sense of being, a sense of worth. This is beautiful, actually. It's one of the best celebrity readings I've done in a long time. Okay, so he is in anxiety over, you know, how things are going to go, you know, his money. How do I support my growing family? And let's remember, you know, that Five of Pentacles, you got the Ten of Pentacles here to the Five of Pentacles, and they were talking about this conservatorship, right? So he's feeling heavily betrayed because he feels like there is an attack over his wealth. Four of Pentacles, he's realizing that his wife is anchoring him. She brings stability to him. So yeah, he wants to move forward from everything that's going on because he feels heavily betrayed. And the Chariot over this Ten of Swords, yes, he wants to move away from this betrayal because he, like I said, this betrayal is going to put him in the Five of Pentacles because they want to, you see this? The Hierophant. They want to assume position over his money, and these are the people that he cares about. Ace of Cups, people that he cares greatly, deeply for, that could be putting him in the poorhouse if they take possession of his money. So this is a whole roller coaster. Like, the baby is one of the happiest things that ever happened to him, but now he has to fight to keep possession of his wealth. Because how can he be the husband that he needs to be, the provider that he needs to be, if he doesn't have control over how he provides? So Knight of Wands. And the Two of Pentacles, the juggling, being in this, wow. Don't be surprised if the people who allegedly are behind this conservatorship start to release information on him to the blogs that show him as a loose cannon, that show him as irresponsible, possibly as an alleged cheater, because they have to discredit him and take the merit away from his name to make it easier to access his income through a conservatorship, allegedly. Yeah, and here's the judge, the jury, executioner falling under judgment. So yeah, he's trying to move forward and move away from these court proceedings, the judge and everything, so that he can focus on his marriage and, like I said, be the husband that he's always wanted to be. He's got things from the past that he's dealing with, that he's trying to push forward and move on from. But to move on from them, he has to face them. Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so, you know, King of Pentacles on top of Seven of Pentacles means that he's made investments that should flourish, and those investments are going to grow and come into fruition. Also, with the Hierophant here next to the Seven of Pentacles, all of this could be presented before the judge to look over his investments. And you got the Heartbreak card here and the Lovers. Somebody close to him is planning on leaking some information that could be very, very devastating and damaging to his family unit. And it's all allegedly to shift the narrative and the perspective to win in court. Yeah. So here it is, things from the past that still haunt him, that keep him from being able to be at peace, to be at rest. Things that are attached to his financial stability as well, that are also attached to his past. Things that are attached to work, things he may have had to do for work, or things that happened while he was working. They're all taking their toll on him right now, mentally, spiritually, allegedly. So you've got the Truth and Heartbreak, okay? So this is really messed up, because I feel like he's going to face a harsh truth that could possibly be attached to his wife, this marriage. Eight of Cups and Wheel of Fortune at the bottom of the deck. That's like somebody walking away from a relationship or walking away from somebody due to something that has to do with their money, their wealth. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, he definitely feels betrayed, and he wants to move on and get away from these people because he feels like they're betraying him over his fortune. He wants to separate, walk away from relationships due to these people possibly putting him in the Five of Pentacles if they are to assume control over his money. He would be cash poor because he wouldn't have any access to his money. Yeah, money that he worked for. So, you know, when you've got the Knight of Wands attached to Eight of Pentacles, Y'all, all I can tell you is if I already told you to hold on to your wig, you might have to put a chin strap on it too, because there's a lot more information that is going to come out, I want to say in the next 3 to 6 months, that if 2024 did not already, you know, blow you, whatever piece of hair that you had on your head off, just hold on. Give it another few weeks. I guarantee you, there's going to be some very damning information that is going to come out with some more high profile people. These are also things allegedly that keep Justin up at night, that keep him from being able to sleep, keep him from being able to mentally and spiritually find peace and rest. It's sad how much he had to go through to have his career. 10 of Wands. So this falling under the Hierophant. If these people are successful with this possible smear campaign that I see coming soon, this could put the weight of the world on Justin's shoulders. This could affect his marriage. This could affect his financial stability, because they may be able to shift the judge perspective to get the judge to give them the conservatorship. Oh boy. So hold on. You got the Star here falling under the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like, I mean, he's hoping that things can come to, you know, a positive, you know, end here. But either way it goes, someone has to get cut off. There has to be a, he's going to have to terminate some people. He's going to have to walk away from some people to maintain his peace of mind and to keep people from getting their hands on his wealth. And what I say, I just said he got to walk away from people, the Hermit. So if he walks away from people, it's going to be because, like the Seven of Swords at the bottom of the deck, there's so much going on beyond what meets the eye in this situation. And he's finding out day by day more and more about the people around him who are manipulating him, taking advantage of the situation. People who stood back and watched him spiral, who had no problem with watching him spiral, that are also a part in conspiring to put him in his conservatorship. Yeah, once the truth comes out, yeah, off with their heads. Somebody's got to go, because they're putting him in this position of the Knight of Pentacles where they're going to slow down his money or slow down his access to the money, possibly like give him a small allowance out of his own money. And then you got the Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. So there are ulterior motives allegedly behind why they want to get a hold of his fortune, the Wheel of Fortune with the Ten of Swords and the Chariot. There's very, very big alternative, not even just alternative, ulterior, motives behind why this is coming into fruition. This is like Britney Spears happening all over again. Five of Pentacles led, and now you got the Knight of Pentacles right here under the Knight of Wands to the Eight of Pentacles. So they're going to try to say that they feel that he's impulsive, that he doesn't think things through, that he doesn't really, you know, make good decisions, because he just jumps into things like anyone could take advantage of him and get his money. And now his money is coming to a crawl. The sun is at the bottom of the deck, which means something is going to be illuminated here. There's a lot of information that's going to come out in the next few months. Okay, so you got the Empress and the Page of Cups. We know his wife is pregnant, and this is going to put hardships between him and her throughout this pregnancy. So I wish them the best, because nobody needs to be stressed out while they're pregnant. It's not a good look for women that are pregnant to be stressed out. You know, you never want to put a woman through stress while she's pregnant. It could cause complications. So, you know, the Page of Cups at the bottom. Page of Cups at the bottom is like, you know, they could literally like disappear from engaging with the public after this information comes out due to everything that's happening behind the scenes. Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles falling under the Star and the Seven of Pentacles. There is, you know, parties working together, collaborating. It's like Justin has even tried to possibly collaborate or work with these people who are trying to work against him. So he may be working on trying to get certain habits in order. And he's doing whatever he can to consider his options and to make the best decision. Page of Cups. So the Hermit falls under the Page of Cups, which shows me that, like I said, he may limit his engagement. He may go away for a while. And if he goes away to better himself, then so better, you know, so be it. So be it. That's a blessing in itself. You've got the Seven of Cups here. Like I said, this is going to help him to cut loose the addictions, because now this baby coming into this world is giving him a reason to live. It's giving him a reason to fight. Now he has somebody he has to protect. Now he has somebody that he has to teach and look after. And now as he teaches his baby, he's going to be learning about himself. He's going to be learning about the things that he doesn't want to expose his child to and present his child to. And that's going to help him to find his way as best he can. So this baby sounds like a saving grace for him. King of Swords, Seven of Swords. So I really get the energy that Justin may write a statement or testify. And it's a way of purging the hurt and all the things that he's been through and setting the record straight. He wants to be someone that this baby can be proud of. Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Yeah, there's some heavy decisions that has to be made. Like, I mean, he has a heart as big as Texas from what I can see. And that's why he's the Wounded Warrior. Because it's like intuitively he knows that a choice has to be made. A decision has to be made. And it's heavy on his heart. You've got the Five of Cups to the Four of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is also part of why he's been allegedly drowning himself in, you know, possible alcohol or other things. Because there's a lot of depression, a lot of emotions attached to everything that is coming about, and he just does not want to, he doesn't want to have to say anything, but at the end of the day, it's eating him up to not speak on the things that have transpired, so to speak. So he has to do what's best for him. Nine of Cups, the wish fulfillment, and the Hangman. So You know, you've got third party energy celebrating here that's turning up, which was a wish fulfillment, and that became a hangman. So now he has to address issues with addiction and toxicity and old ways of thinking, the old way of living. And this is where this baby comes in and pushes him into this next phase of maturity and adulthood. Five of Wands, Queen of Wands. So, you know, he's really like fighting with all types of things in his life, clearing out the old, bringing in the new, learning new ways of how to maneuver, because he was brought up in such a toxic environment due to his job, things that he was exposed to, not his family life, so to speak, but his working life. Everything that they taught him was toxic, and it was all wrapped around partying and illicit activities that children normally would not be introduced to, allegedly. So it's like he's in his adult years. He's healing those wounds. He's unlearning the things that he was taught. And it's hard. It's going to take a little time. Okay. So you got the Three of Cups here that falls right here with the Three of Pentacles. So it's like, you know, now he's starting to feel like this marriage is helping to bring happier times to him in his life. It's bringing balance to him in his life. We got the Eight of Wands and the Sun. So it's like instantly, like this was like one of the most joyous things to happen in his life, to find out that he was becoming a father. It's like a sea of emotions. All of this came out of nowhere. Like he found out he was going to be a dad, and then it was like waves of thoughts and ideas and, you know, memories, and now he's putting things into perspective the best way he can so that he can be the best version of himself. But he's figuring out what that is and how to do that. Queen of Wands, Four of Wands. So, you know, he wants to make sure that, excuse me, Four of Swords. He wants to make sure that his wife is resting, that she gets everything that she needs. Because it's like, you know, this life is coming at you fast, and now you got this blessing coming, this bundle of joy, and he's ready to take this leap of faith into this next phase of life. And here it is, the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Tower. And then you got the Magician. So it's, the Tower in this situation is like, oh, damn, what do I do? How do I do this? Where did this come from? I know how we did it, but what do I do now? Like, everything that ever was in his life, all the illusions, they all came crumbling down. And he's like, okay, what do I do now? How do I move on? How do I pick up my life and go? Because now I'm about to be a dad. Like, this is where life is starting to get real. Like, it's getting real, real fast. And you got the Devil and the Page of Wands. So once again, it's like he's trying to free himself. He's trying to find new ways, new things to bring himself out of this, what it seemed like a perpetual hamster wheel, where things appear to get a little better and then not so much. He's been battling with a lot of things mentally and spiritually for a while. And he's just trying to clear himself from this energy, from this past, from these habits that he's learned when it came to coping and dealing with things. Now he has to find more responsible ways to do so. Knight of Swords, the Emperor, Two of Cups. So it's like once this message came in that he was going to be a father, you know, he realized how much he valued this marriage, how much he thought about, you know, what his wife and his family means to him. It's like, I haven't been the best person to you. I haven't treated you the best. And a lot of that has to do with me needing to heal, me needing to find myself, me needing to deal with childhood pain and the things that I've gone through so that I can be a better me, so that I can be better for you. So now you got the Page of Wands. This is like new actions and ideas, new ways of doing things. Also, you know, being that you got the King of Wands here and the Queen of Wands on the table, that's the baby. He's thinking about, you know, here it is. This baby is going to, as you can see, this person is pole vaulting. This baby is going to pole vault me into a new life, whether I want to or not. And it's forward movement and expansion into the next phase of his life. Yeah. The old him has to perish so that the new him can begin to flourish as the Emperor, as the father. And it's going to bring some conflict, but he's pushing through. He's moving forward so that he can have happier times. So I don't want to go too far into this because I only want to tap in on the energy of what's around the pregnancy announcement and what's to come due to the energy of him having a new arrival in the family. And I think that it's a tower moment that turns into a beautiful, special moment because it forces him to clean up, you know, certain areas of his life so that he can be the best version of him for his wife and his child. And it's also going to force him to have to deal with issues from his past, from his childhood, things that happened throughout his career that, you know, may have scarred him in some ways. Now he has to find a way to tap in with God and heal. So many blessings and prayers go out to Justin Bieber, his wife, and their new bundle of joy that'll be here shortly. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this reading up. Angel Spirit guys, please take the energy back to the portal. Close the portal behind you and enjoy that precious little baby and all the joy that this baby is going to bring. And this reading is adjourned.